Neil, move your cameras down eye level, please, for the cell phones. Welcome to Head Coach Scott Satterfield's press conference. Coach will start us off with an opening statement. Then please raise your hands for questions. Coach.
Yeah, just first of all, very disappointed, obviously, for our guys and our players in the room back there. Very disappointed in that we didn't get it done for a lot of factors, I think. But the main factor was inability to score touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, I think you can slice any which way you want to slice it. That was the big factor in the game. They did a good job of keeping everything tight inside the box. And making it hard for us to be able to get into the end zone. And then, when you settle for a couple field goals, now at fourth down we didn't get it early in the game. That's the difference in the game. And I think, there was things that happened throughout the game that obviously, if you do a little bit better, you got a chance to win. And we didn't get it done. So, tip your hat to Coach Martin and his staff and what they were able to do to get that win. But again, just very disappointed and. With the outcome of that game.
Chad.
Was there anything specific in the red zone that they were doing? It's 7 trips, 1 touchdown?
Not really. I mean, I think it was playing the same defense that they played. They showed in there. And, we didn't do a good job of finding ways to get in the zone. And I thought a couple of times I thought we were there and just didn't get in. Corey gets in there and then Emory scores and on a cue draw that got in. But other than that, we really didn't do a whole lot down in there. I mean, I also go back and watch the tape, but I thought they did a really nice job up front, and their linebackers were playing downhill to stop the run game there, and we just couldn't spit any out to the end zone.
Brian and Keegan.
Defensively, Blaine Gabbert had 9 rushes for 132 yards. What did you see from your defense that was allowing him to get an open field like that?
Yeah, I mean, he certainly hurt us with his legs. I thought there were times we were playing man-to-man coverage. And we're doubling number 10, and so you got an extra guy outside of the box, and then whenever he broke containment line of scrimmage, he's going to be able to get some yards, and that really hurt us quite a bit. Obviously, there in the overtime, and then there was a couple third downs where I thought he went and got first downs there, and it's really just our D line just standing in their lanes there, and you creating too much upfield, and then all of a sudden he just spits it out of A gap or B gap, and that was a big part of their game. I thought Gabbert played great in the running game and. Threw some balls down the field that were obviously, big time throws.
Would you have liked to see Emory keep his eyes downfield a little bit more there at that overtime possession? Did he get a little too run happy?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's hard to say. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on at that point in time. I think, really the only one I really remember is that last one there. But we got a couple penalties down there. I mean, they called. Lineman downfield on that one. We're on the 2-yard line. I don't know how you call that really, but and then we get a penalty there. We back it up. We get back to the 2. We got a holding penalty. It goes back. We get back to in there. We were battling right there. Just didn't find a way to get in there. So it's hard to say about Emory. I mean, I thought other than a couple decisions, I thought he played really good. I thought he played gutsy tonight. He ran the ball hard. Made some great throws. I don't know. I mean, he rushed for 101 yards, looks like here, and threw the ball pretty nice. I think he'd like to have the pick right before half back when he threw that pick. But other than that, I thought he played very solid.
And then speaking of Larvadan, first play of the game, you get him in single coverage and he takes it 79 yards. Was that what you wanted to see right out of the gate, having single coverage?
Absolutely not. There's a miscommunication in the coverage on that play, and. No, you ask anybody in our locker room who we had to defend, it was number 10. Our whole team knew that, offense, players, it didn't matter. So that was a miscommunication. They hit that one on us. But then after that, really, we kind of settled down. I thought we played solid on defense, other than the Q scrambles. And then the one drive when they hit, they had to call 2 PIs on our guys, and they hit the fade ball on our sideline. But other than that, I thought our guys played solid.
Running game really didn't take off till the second half. Ryan does a nice job for you, but they kind of shut the timer down.
Yeah, I thought, like we said in the past, whoever's got the hot hand's going to be in there. And I thought he, did a good job seeing it and running hard, breaking tackles. And got our Q run game involved with that as well. 2 guys rushed for over 100. So, I mean, the second half it started clicking a little bit better. And of course throughout the game they're making adjustments on defense. We're making adjustments on offense. And I thought. Again, we moved the ball. I mean, we had a lot of yards, which you got to get a lot of points. I think that's the big difference in the game.
a couple downfield PIs last week, again this week. Is there something there teams are picking on or able
I
to?
mean, they're trying to throw the ball one-on-one down the sideline. I thought J.Y. was in good shape. He was right on our sideline, and he turns back, looks for the ball, and they're both jockeying for position. He turns back, and we get the call. So I mean, I don't know. You know, it's frustrating. You know, and then they throw the touchdown pass in overtime. And they're jockeying, and he gets knocked down, and they catch the touchdown. I mean, it's just, it's frustrating that, what are we supposed to tell the corners? How are you supposed to play that? So we got to do a better job playing the ball, and obviously keeping our feet. And when guys are attacking us down the field, which, I mean, you're right. I mean, we're seeing that. We're going to continue to see it, where guys are going to one-on-one down the sideline, and try to make hay in that way, because as they're thinking, you're gonna get a PI or a potential catch. Why not throw it down the sideline? So we got to do a better job of defending those passes.
Neil.
Xavier Henderson really had it going tonight. 12 catches for 140 yards. What was working on the offensive side to really get him going in this game early?
Yeah, I mean, they were packing it in the box there, and that's why it was difficult to run the football. It was one-on-one outside, so we were trying to take advantage of that against their corners. And he did a nice job all night of catching the ball and underneath, and getting some good yards on that. And they were able. I think we got a lot of first downs and moved the ball down the field again. That wasn't the issue. I mean, the issue again in the red zone, trying to score touchdowns. I mean, that's what it came down to.
On the 4th and 9, when you did the fake punt, what went into it? Was it more a field call or?
Well, we had punted a couple of times earlier than that. We saw how they were lined up, and it looked like it would be there. I thought that was a good time to call it, because you're backed up on the -20 or whatever we were. Nobody's thinking you're going to fake it, and we got the look, and Shimon did a great job of hitting it and blocked it up, and he gave us a chance, and we're trying to win the game. Maybe 2:40 in the clock, maybe at that point in time. We get the ball down, we melt the clock all the way down. You just got to knock down the field goal, and we get it blocked. I mean, that was obviously a big play, because you knock that one down, it's going to be a ball game, and we're all having a different conversation right now.
2 sacks from the UC defense tonight. What was not clicking quite as well in the pass rush?
Well, I think they were, number one, I think they get rid of the ball pretty quick. Do a good job of catch and throw. We were able to get to him a couple of times, and then the other thing, I thought that he did a really nice job of moving around in the pocket. We're trying to get in our rush lanes, our guys are getting up the field. He's shot sliding one side or the other, stepping up, making some plays. I mean, you got to give credit to him. He did a good job of stepping up and really running and getting those first downs. Which made it a little bit more difficult because we're playing man outside and trying to double some guys. You got a light box.
There were a lot of teams that were sluggish today. How do you recover from this? Because obviously next week is pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, it's very disappointing. Obviously, we got to go back and regroup, look at ourselves in the mirror, starting right with me, and what can we do to get better. And that's what we got to do. We start Big 12 play next week. We know that. We got an outstanding team coming in next week, Oklahoma. They do a great job, and they're riding high right now and playing really well. So we have to come in and have a great week. There's no time to have a pity party and start feeling sorry for ourselves. I can tell you that. We got to come in tomorrow and get to work.
Was there any indication this week in practice that it's such a new team and so many new guys that maybe believed in themselves a little too much after the way the season started?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought we had a good week of practice. I thought we really got after it. I thought guys were focused, and we did some really good things this week in practice. I mean, it was a lot of intensity there. We talked about it, the importance of this game all week. Our guys knew what we were coming into, and it's just we didn't play good enough to win. It's the bottom line. I mean, again, red zone, blocked field goal. I mean, there's a couple of things we can point to that we would have got the win. It'd be a lot different right now.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.